It's frightening what education, and I am a guy who has my master's degree. Just so you know, I'm not an enemy of education. Dropped out of law school, but I practice it on the air sometimes. Just kidding, lawyers in the room. But I researched tonight, Ben Hecht, the person that the award is named for, and what an honor it is. When I went back and had a lot of fun, I've met some people tonight to know a whole lot more about him. You know, I'd like to believe that if he were around today, he would be a talk host, or at least this guy would be a guest that we'd have on all over the place. I went back and I read some of his quotes about Hollywood and the poetry this guy could write and the earthiness of him, some of the things I won't say here tonight. The colorful nature of this guy and what he brought to it, and I guess kind of what we do in talk radio, which is we do talk about Israel. We do talk about weighty things, but today the #1 topic was what everyone in town was talking about. No, not the Phillies, or the floods. And how the heck are you going to get to work? Talk radio is a vehicle that I could see the namesake tonight embracing, because it is a tremendous medium of conversation about everything. I mean, over the years, before my son Luke, who's here tonight, was born, we kiddingly had a contest at WWDB. A woman called in and said, if you name this son Zorro, I'll have another one with you. That didn't sweeten the deal too much. But this is the type of things that we get in talk radio. I mean, I am proudly here tonight accepting this award. It will go on my mantle right next to the inscription I have for being a judge in the Miss Kensington contest. That did go on for 7 hours, and yes, we had to ask the obligatory question about world hunger. I was there, I actually did it. I've had the honor, I believe, of guesstimating 15,000 to 18,000 people. I mean, Steve Feldman I must have interviewed 15 times over the years. Marc Klein, who I was saving this because he's busily working on Netanyahu as we're speaking to get him on as my guest. He told me that. Just kidding, I know it's difficult. Marc used to be on the overnight when he was here in town, and then throughout the years as he's progressed, he's been someone that I've had on. But out of all those guests, presidents, vice presidents, even Marc, Steve, and others, I've had the opportunity not only to interview 8 times, but to run with General David Petraeus. And this man, running on the Army base with him, saying after 4 miles, "What's the matter, Dom? Can't you keep up?" We're running off a base with women carrying Uzis. He's running an 8.5-minute mile and talking geopolitics about running for president. We go back to his house on base. His wife is there. He wouldn't say anything, but she said some things about Joe Biden that were kind of interesting. And they're coffee drinkers, and Petraeus is making a coffee. I'm a tea drinker, decaf, you know, the good stuff. I had 4 cups of coffee, very strong coffee. I would have gone for a 5th with Petraeus there. When he gets a call, it's the boss, it's Bush, and he has to leave the room. I've also been the first one on our radio station when 9/11 happened 10 years ago this Sunday. And I'll never forget how those days felt. The moments when we knew, despite what everyone said, that it was Al-Qaeda or something like that, and the rallying cry of Americans, the things, I'll never forget a guy coming to the radio station, and these are the experiences that make this so easy to see what it's about in Israel, that we had people, you may remember, in the Palestinian territories, women making that strange noise they make and celebrating that we have been killed. The AP pulled that from their reportage, their films, etc., because their people were threatened if they didn't, they would be killed when they went into the territories. I had a guy, I don't know what stage of cancer he was in, but it was pretty bad, bring to the radio station a videotape he had made of that because we couldn't get it anywhere else, bringing it out and handing it to me. This is the stuff of talk radio. This is the stuff that we engage in on a daily basis. So with that kind of background, is there any question of how I would see the world and how I would see what's going on in Israel? And my main focus tonight that I'd leave you with is, it's not the callers that we know that are anti-Israel by nature, haters, anti-Semitic, whatever. It's waking up people in this country, and I think more and more people are coming to this realization that there is evil in the world. There are things that are right and wrong, as hard as that is to believe. We can be intelligent about it. We can be focused. We can be, the 50-cent word, nuanced. But at the end of the day, there is a big difference between a guy who threatens your existence and a nation who is loyal and a friend. And the people in the room tonight, you exemplify that better than anyone that I could be with. So thank you for this great honor. I promise that I will keep it in my office, and I don't know that I need any more amplification, though. In fact, I have to calm down many times. I just want to thank everyone tonight for coming out and presenting this award to me. Thank you so much.